they just kicked this drone out. So they just threw it out of the hive. One of the bees came out, one of the nurse bees came out and threw this drone out of the hive. So I guess they're clearing them out, but you can see how different this drone looks than all the other ones. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Boomer's Bees. This is the first inspection of 2021. I haven't been to the bee yard since about early December. It's right around the middle of January right now. As you can see, it's a beautiful day outside. The girls are bringing in pollen. So, what a beautiful day to get in and do some beekeeping. Let's get to it. So for just a second, I want to hold the video right here for a little bit, and you can see that the girls are bringing in some red pollen. I don't really know what's in bloom right now, but you can see none of them that are on the board right now have pollen on their legs, but we should be able to see there's one that's got some pollen on her legs. Like I said, I don't really know what's in bloom. I'm gonna have to look around to see if there's anything in bloom. I'm not sure if what early tree starts blooming right now, or if there's some flowers that are blooming right now. But man, I've sat here for about the last 5 minutes, and there's been a ton of pollen brought into the hive. And usually when there's a ton of pollen brought into the hive, that's probably going to jump start that queen into start laying eggs. So since it's been a little bit colder as of late, the queen's probably slowed down a little bit on her egg laying, but with this pollen coming in and this beautiful weather that we've had after this rain, I could see her starting to lay some eggs. So as I get into these hives, I'm not going to stay in for very long. I'm really only going to crack the top of the box, see how much food they have left. I probably won't even smoke them that much. I just want to see if they've got some stores. With the wind and the wind's a little bit high right now, and with the weather a little bit warmer, they're going to start using up those stores. When it's a little bit colder outside, they're not moving around as much. They really don't go through those stores. But right now it's been 70 degrees today. It's probably going to be 70 degrees tomorrow. So I really want to just check and make sure that over the next couple weeks they have enough food to sustain themselves. So like I said, I'm just going to get in just for a little bit, check really the top box. Probably won't go into the bottom or the second box here on the horns. I'll probably just stay in this top box because the last time I was here in December, it was almost full of honey. I'm sure there's probably 6 or 7 frames full. And then I'm going to check the top box in the Patriots and really see how they're doing. So if there's a bunch of stores still left here and there's a bunch of stores in this second box and not very much in the Patriots, I might tomorrow come back and just kind of switch some things up and kind of help the Patriots out with this third box of the horns. Because the weather, you never know here in Texas. It could be 30 degrees one day and 70 degrees the next. So I just want to make sure that they have enough stores to get through and make it through for a while. And the good thing about having 2 hives is you can use one hive to help the other out. So let's get in there and check them out. Sitting out pretty good. Nothing really here. Oh, they got plenty of stores. Okay, nothing on this one, that's fine. Okay, but I see some on these next couple, which is very good. Yeah. See, we got a little bit here. on this side. Pretty much a full deal on that. Okay, then as I'm looking at these other two, they pretty much got a full go. Oh yeah, that's heavy. Yeah, that's full honey. Man, they've got plenty of stores. That's a full frame of honey. Yeah, that's what I was worried about. Both sides, completely full of honey. Awesome. So they've got one just up here up top. They've got 1.5. That's 2. They're pretty good up here. That's a full frame right there. I think this one's a full one right there. I think they've got plenty of stores to get through. Oh yeah, here's another full frame. Beautiful. That is beautiful. So yeah, they've got plenty, both sides. Yeah, and then I'm looking right next to it. Right next to it, it's a full frame. So man, I'm gonna just leave them right there. I can see they got this one's full, that one's full, that one's full. I think they're still working out here on this one, but that's fine. Yeah, they're right there on that. Okay, that one's about half full, right next to the box. And then yeah, this is about the only one over here on this outside that doesn't have anything on it, which is all right. That's okay. All right, that's good enough for them. They've got what I wanted to see. They've got plenty of stores. Shut them back up. Patriots, you're doing good. You got plenty of stores for the winter. So now what I'm doing is you can see here that they've completely closed this beetle blasters up. Okay, they've put propolis all over. So what I'm doing is I'm just kind of going through and open them back up. It gives them a little bit of relief on those beetles. Those beetles are running there to hide. And I've put the diatomaceous earth inside here. Okay, so then the beetles essentially kill themselves on that diatomaceous earth. So as I can see, I've done about halfway right there, and I cleared half, and the other half's done. And then I'll put them back into the box. All right, let's get into the horns. See what we got up here. Now this looks like a good hive right here. They're all the way up top. Oh man, look at that. Pretty good. Not even any beetles up here. That's awesome. See what we got over here on the sides. I got a little bit. This is all the way up here on the third box, so I'm not disappointed about that at all. Oh, there's gonna be plenty of stores in here. Yeah, this whole next one is about halfway, and then I can see all the rest of them are pretty filled up. That's pretty good.
Pretty good there. So that one was pretty good. We've got about a frame completely full. Oh yeah, this is heavy. Oh man. They're gonna have plenty of stores to get through. Gosh, dog. That's a full frame. I might not have to feed them at all. And what I might do as we go into spring, once it starts getting warmer, I might actually take a lot of these frames that have food on them, and if I make some splits, use the food that's in these two colonies, because I'm going to have about a box of food. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that. Another full frame. I would say there's this full top box full of honey. All of it. Healthy bees. So the good thing is once it starts getting a little bit warmer and the queen starts laying, I'm definitely going to split this hive. This hive is definitely going to have a split off of it. If not, then they might run away from me anyway. They're going to probably swarm anyway if I don't split them. Okay, because this is a huge population in this hive. So I got to start thinking about what I'm going to do, okay, once springtime gets here. And this hive will be a good resource for me so that I can help all these other hives that I split off of them, off the Patriots and the Horns. It'll help me split, and so they can have some food, so I won't have to do much feeding. Okay, most of the stuff that I will do, okay, will just be splitting them and giving them resources to survive. Okay, but man, they are completely full up here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go ahead and shut them up. There's no need for me to go through these anymore because they're jam-packed. And so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close them up so that nothing else starts getting them. So you can see they are doing very well.
Man, what a great day for beekeeping. Like I said earlier, it's a beautiful day. It's about 70 degrees today. The sun's starting to go down, so you can see the bees are starting to come back home and stay inside their hive. So the one awesome thing that I was super worried about was the amount of stores that both the Horns and the Patriots had. I really wasn't worried about the Horns because when I came in December, they had basically 3 full boxes of stores, so I really wasn't worried about them getting through the winter. I was, however, worried about the Patriots getting through because they only had about 5 or 6 frames, maybe 6 frames of honey or sugar water, whatever I fed them to get them through the winter. And over the month, you know, we have had some good weather. Later in December, we had 60, 70 degree days, so they're going to use those stores. So I was very surprised when I went into the top of the Patriots and found like 6 or 7 frames of stores. So to me, that's very encouraging that they're going to make it all the way through this winter time. That's the big thing, is not letting your hives starve out, and that's what I was really worried about. But the Horns, gosh, you know, I didn't get into the second box. I'm sure it's completely full, but the third box has about 8 full frames of honey. And like I said, while I was going through there, I hope it kind of stays that way because I'm going to use all of the frames of honey up top here. And when I decide to split these 2 hives in the spring, I'm going to try to make 4, maybe 5 hives out of these 2. So by early spring, I have 5 hives, so that when we go into the honey flow, I'll have 5 hives making a making honey for me instead of just 2. So I know I'm being a little bit optimistic there, but that's kind of what I'm looking forward to. And I think I'll be able to do it with the amount of food stores that I have in the horns. And I think I can do that with just almost basically with just the horns. And if I need to, I can use the Patriots to supplement that as well. But I think they're both doing really well. They're going to make it through the winter time. Once these hot days start coming a little bit more together, I'm going to get in all the way into the brood box and see how the queen's doing. You never know if you lose a queen during the winter time or not, because she's laid winter bees. So those bees are going to last for a little bit longer than summer bees. So when it gets a little bit warmer and the days start getting a little bit longer as they're doing, I'll get back into that bottom brood box and see how she's really doing. And then if I need to requeen, I'll requeen as we go into the springtime. But man, what a beautiful day. Like I said again, it's always exciting getting back into the bees as we anticipate spring and then a summer honey flow. So man, thank you guys for sticking around. Man, if you would go down and hammer that subscribe button. Appreciate all the support that you guys show me. And remember, go out and be somebody.